The appendix. Let's start with the most famous one, the appendix. It's a tiny worm-like pouch near our intestines. So what did it used to do? The appendix helped early humans and animals with plant-heavy diets to break down tough, fibrous vegetation. Today, though, our diets have changed, and we don't rely on it. Fun fact, some animals, like koalas, have huge appendixes that help them digest leaves. For us, if anything, it's more of a risk than a help. Appendicitis can actually be dangerous, yet some studies hint it might still play a small role in immune function, but nothing life-changing. Wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth, the extra molars that often get removed because there's just no room for them. So why did we ever have these extra teeth anyway? Early humans had to chew tough roots and raw meat, which wore down their teeth. Wisdom teeth helped replace lost or damaged teeth, but now, with softer cooked food, these extra teeth only cause problems. Some people never develop wisdom teeth at all. Scientists think this might be a sign of human evolution moving away from needing them entirely. Tailbone. Ever wonder why we have a tailbone? It's a leftover from when our ancestors had tails for balance and movement. While it doesn't serve much purpose in humans today, it does provide attachment points for certain muscles. Fun fact, our tailbone can still hurt if injured, and in rare cases, some people are born with a tiny tail-like structure. In animals like monkeys, tails help with balance and climbing, things we no longer need as much. Ear muscles. Some of us can wiggle our ears a bit, but not much else. Animals like cats, dogs, and even horses have strong ear muscles to move their ears and pick up sounds more accurately. For our ancestors, moving ears might have helped detect threats. Nowadays, these ear muscles don't do much. And here's a fun challenge. Try moving your ears without moving your face. Most people can't, and that shows just how out of use these muscles are. Goosebumps. We've all felt goosebumps when we're cold or scared. But did you know that goosebumps are linked to our distant relatives who had thick fur? When they got cold, their fur would rise to trap heat. And when they were frightened, the hair would stand up to make them look larger. Without fur, goosebumps don't do much for us now, but we still get them as a reminder of our furry ancestors. Male nipples. Here's an interesting one. Why do men have nipples? It turns out that all embryos start out with a basic template that includes nipples. For the first few weeks after conception, all embryos develop similarly, with basic features that are essentially the same. Nipples form early on, before the embryo's sex is determined, so everyone starts with them. Once hormones start shaping the embryo into male or female, nipples in males become unnecessary. They stay because there's no real reason for them to go away. In some rare cases, hormonal imbalances can actually lead to male lactation, though it's not common. Third eyelid. Have you ever noticed that little fold of skin in the corner of your eye? This is what's left of a third eyelid, similar to what some birds, reptiles, and even cats have. In these animals, a third eyelid acts as a protective cover, keeping their eyes moist and protecting them from debris. It's practically useless to us now, but can sometimes collect dirt and gunk. Sinuses. Sinuses are cavities within our skull, and they're often the source of congestion and sinus headaches. Why do we even have these spaces in our head? Scientists aren't entirely sure, but there are some theories. One is that sinuses helped lighten our skull, making it easier to hold up. Another is that they could help warm or humidify the air we breathe. But for many people, sinuses are more of a headache than a help. They can get blocked, infected, and cause painful pressure. Unlike other animals, we don't rely on our sinuses to process smells or hunt, so they mostly seem to exist for the sake of anatomical structure. Palmaris longus muscle. This muscle is another leftover from when humans were more physically active and needed extra grip strength. The palmaris longus is a long, thin muscle that runs from the wrist to the elbow. Try touching your thumb to your pinky and flexing your wrist. If a small tendon pops up, you have this muscle. But here's the thing. Not everyone has it, and it doesn't impact grip strength if it's missing. The palmaris longus was helpful for climbing and swinging in trees, but today it doesn't serve a crucial function. In fact, surgeons sometimes use it for reconstructive surgery because it doesn't affect our day-to-day muscle use.